If you need to move items from one location to another, or correct items received under the wrong item number, stock transfers can be used for both scenarios. To open Stock Transfer Transaction Entry, either click the Transfers button on the toolbar, or from the Transactions menu and the Stock Transfer submenu, select Enter Stock Transfers. This screen has a list of all transfers that have been entered or imported and have not yet been posted. This grid supports filters to display only those transfers that meet defined criteria, or assign color to rows, such as by date or location or other methods. When you want to locate a specific transfer, and this list is long, a Find button allows typing in the number or using a Smart Finder search to get it. If you want to create a new transfer that is like one already listed, the Copy button will start a new transaction with all information carried over, which can be edited prior to saving and posting. If you select one or more consecutive transfers on the grid, a Listing button is available to print a report with relevant transaction information. To view a transfer without making changes, you may click the View button to open the screen in inquiry mode, or instead use the Inquiries menu to open the entire stock transfers list as view only, or click the Edit button to make changes to a transfer, or click the New button to start a new transfer. Many of these buttons are controlled by security to allow access to some users but not others. And when a transfer is edited, no other user can edit or post it at the same time. Each stock transfer entry has information at the top, general to the transaction. There is a reference value, which must be unique and can be automatically generated using a predefined reference format in the company profile. Both the From and To locations for the transfer will be used for all item details. If there is a cost associated for the entire transfer that needs to be applied to the items, this cost will be prorated by item value to the details when the entry is posted. Transaction optional fields defined in the company profile appear here for use. And if Adagio Doc Store is integrated, you may attach and view PDFs directly on the transaction. At the bottom of the entry screen is a grid where you can enter or adjust item details. When adding a new item, either type in or select the item number, or use the Item Find process to search for items by either item number or description. If items are being moved to a different location, leave the To item number field value as the same as the From item number. If item quantity and cost is to be reposted for a different item number as a correction, select the new item number here. Enter the quantity to be transferred, which will always be in the stocking unit of measure. If there is a cost associated with the transfer of just this item, it can be entered here, including if a prorated cost has also been entered. An optional reason code or description may be entered if you want to include a comment for the purpose of the transaction. Access item inquiry with or without sales and costs, depending on security group setup, to view information about the selected item during transaction entry. Click OK to save the item, and continue adding more details as needed, with the User Preference option to Auto Add Detail enabled to bring up the new detail screen until you are finished with entry. When entry is finished, click the OK button to save the transaction. The transfer is not immediately posted to change the item quantity and cost, but instead is saved to allow for validation and confirmation, perhaps from the listing report. When these transactions are ready to be committed to inventory, select one or more transfers from the grid and click the Post button, which when confirmed will update item quantity and costs, write records to inventory history and general ledger transactions, and generate entries for the stock transfer audit list report that can be printed by posting sequence number. Track movement of items between locations by entering stock transfers. Find out more about Adagio from the product page on our website. Watch another training video on this Adagio program from the playlist, or subscribe to the Adagio YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.